Is this St. Louis Cardinals defense serious? An unbelievable performance on Saturday continues the winning ways and wins them another series on the road trip. It's coming up on B-Schaeff Daily. What's going on, everybody, and welcome in to this edition of B-Schaeff Daily. Brenden Schaeffer with you, evening hours of Saturday, May 17th, 2025. It sounds more gravelly than it normally does. I'm out here in Indianapolis, actually. It's a family trip for our anniversary weekend. My son's with us. We're going to check out an Indianapolis Indians game, the AAA for the Pirates, on Sunday with Bubba Chandler pitching. So excited about that. But I had to jump on here, even if only for a few minutes, to talk about what's been going on with the Cardinals. The offense, of course, erupting in the win on Friday night was really great to see. But we'll talk about what has happened most recently with the win on Saturday. Jordan Walker, love to see that for the kid. The home run ends up being the only run the Cardinals need in the game as they win it 1-0, extending this magical run that they're on right now. And I wonder if this wasn't a night that really punctuates the direction that the team is going. 1-0 win is one thing. You get the start you got from Miles Mikolas, that's another. He's been fantastic, folks. I know that there were folks out there that thought at some point in time wanted to see him not on this roster anymore. And listen, I can remember back to the Boston game and the way that that one went and saying in the aftermath, look, if things don't turn around, there's going to be a conversation to be had at some point. But things have turned around. And Miles Mikolas has a sub-4 ERA on the season. And that's not with me taking some of the stats out. I've been talking in recent weeks about his numbers. Oh, if you remove the Boston start, what his numbers are. Well, those numbers are like a 2.3 ERA at this point. I put it up there after his fifth inning. I was doing the calculations, I think. 2.38 was the ERA if you took the Boston start away. And then he pitched another scoreless inning. So it's probably like 2.35 or something other than the Boston start. You can count the Boston start within these stats, though, and he's still a sub-4 ERA, 3.86. Miles Mikolas has been fantastic, and he's your number 5 in the way that we talk about this Cardinals rotation. So that's another big, mark in the favor of the Cardinals in winning this game. Kyle Leahy, Ryan Helsley getting the job done, but none of the pitchers that pitched tonight for the Cardinals get it done without the help of the defense. This team's defense was unbelievable tonight, and it's been really, really good all season. But you had a huge catch by Victor Scott II at the wall, and I believe it was the fourth inning. Great play, and you love to see Lars Nootbaar fired up the way that he was after that catch. But we got to talk about this eighth inning. Brenden Donovan was unreal for the Cardinals in that inning as things started to get a little dicey with Kyle Leahy on the mound. And really, it all starts with Willson Contreras. I have to go to Twitter because lots of great Cardinal beat writers covering the team out there in Kansas City this weekend. And both Jeff Jones and Katie Woo, I saw, were all over it with the quotes from postgame and the one that stands out from Willson Contreras. This is from Jeff Jones's Twitter feed, covers the Cardinals for the Belleville News-Democrat. Mentioned that Ollie Marmol talked postgame about the Jonathan India play, where the first couple of pitches, Willson Contreras was like right on top of home plate, like alarming how close he was to the plate with the bunt play presumably on. And the first two pitches are out of the zone, and I don't know what it did, but it freaked Jonathan India out. I mean, Willson Contreras was in his lap. If you're watching the replay, it was unbelievable to witness. And so Jeff Jones brings that to the attention of Cardinals fans. And Katie Woo did as well. I want to provide the context from Katie's post because I thought that was interesting as well, talking about the reactions from some of the teammates and the coaches of the Cardinals even, when Willson Contreras is charging as hard as he was on that bunt. But Marmol said him crashing the way that he did on the previous pitch to India froze him, and then the strike at the knees, the third pitch, I think, is the one that they're talking about. And that basically gets the bunt play off and allows India to start swinging away, and it turns the double play into a possibility, one that the Cardinals make with some incredible defense. Donovan, he starts the play. It's a short hop to him, flips it to second base, Masyn Winn to the bag, and then you've got the runner, I believe it was Drew Waters, caught between second and third, gets the ball to Arenado, gets him in a rundown, makes the play. Arenado's reaction was remarkable. I mean, you think about where Nolan Arenado is and where he was this offseason. We didn't know he would be on the Cardinals. And just to watch how invested he is, play in and play out for the Cardinals this season, is really special to witness. And then Bobby Witt, I believe, was the next batter, hits the ball right back up the middle to Brenden Donovan, flip to second, another great play. Cardinals use superlative defense to get out of that eighth inning. But as I hear some sirens on in the background behind me, we are staying downtown. The play by Contreras is the one that I wanted to mention. Yes, the double play that Brenden Donovan kick starts with his play on the short hop. Willson Contreras charging the way that he did to Jonathan India basically put India. We don't see that. You just don't see first basemen do that. And to that point, Katie Wu covers the Cardinals for The Athletic, tweeted, multiple coaches told Contreras to move back in real time. Multiple teammates were in disbelief that he was that close. Here's the quote. Both Katie and Jeff had this quote. Quote, I don't care. I'm not afraid. If I'm going to die, I'll die right there. Just an unbelievable, I think potentially season-altering quote by Willson Contreras, who, again, if you're a Cardinals fan and you don't love this guy, I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what you're waiting for. Willson Contreras literally talking about I'll die out there on that field, which, again, may be a little hyperbolic. But this dude plays with an edge. He plays with his emotions on his sleeve. And in that situation, look, he's a catcher, right? He's taken a he's taken a JD Martinez swing to the arm and broke bones from it. All right. So on the other side, this dude's tough. But on the other side now, he's playing first base. Probably not a ton of experience charging the plate from first base on a bunt play, right? And so does he maybe not have a full scope of how close you usually tend to get? Maybe. I don't know. But he's getting as close as he did. I mean, he's in the broadcast video. You can see him coming through. Him doing that turns it into a situation where Jonathan India doesn't know what the hell is going on. And again, Marmol, I think, was spot on, saying Contreras playing as close as he did caused India to freeze. And on that 2-0 pitch, it was a strike at the knees. That's a perfect buntable pitch. And it just changed the situation of the at-bat. He didn't know what to do. Like, you can swing away. That's the reference to I'll die right there. If India is swinging away and hammers a ball at Contreras' face, that's not going to go well. But it's basically a game of chicken. Willson Contreras going, okay, dare you to swing away. Go for it. You're not going to. And he won that wager. And then you have the bunt play off, and the Cardinals are able to execute the double play to get it going. Just incredible, a momentum play for the Cardinals to get out of that eighth inning. Kyle Leahy, I mean, he was good tonight, but was unable to convert on the bunt. He wasn't quite as aggressive on the bunt as I thought he needed to be. And so you had first and second. But Donovan, Masyn Winn, Arenado take it from there. How about Masyn Winn in the ninth inning? I mean, the guy throws so hard from shortstop that it like kicks like a gun going off, to where he threw it so hard it knocked him flat on his hindquarters. Just unbelievable. And then the finger gun kind of Masyn Winn puts it out. That was cool to see. The Cardinals are rolling right now, folks. Didn't have the bats going in this game, but we know that Kansas City has been a team that has pitched really well all season long. We didn't see that in Friday night's win. You love to see Ivan Herrera continuing to be a force offensively. And we'll talk more when I get back. Monday's episode, we'll get into a little bit more about the details of the series and the offense and what's been going on. But just had to react to the defense and to Miles Mikolas again. I know there were some Cardinals fans who didn't want him to be around anymore, and I know that people want to see Michael McGreevy, and they're right to want to see him. His time will come, though. Right now, Miles Mikolas, 3.86 ERA on the season. That includes Boston. You take the Boston game out, he's sub 2.4 for his ERA. That's all-star caliber. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star, But what Miles Mikolas has given the Cardinals is more than enough, and he was great tonight. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks allowed, no runs. He's been really, really sharp, and the defense was sharp tonight for the Cardinals as well. Let me know how excited you are about this Cardinals team right now. It is really entertaining to see what they've been doing. And am I sending another tweet on Sunday? Are sweeps going to end up being that difficult, or are the Cardinals going to find themselves in the midst of another one? Because I tell you what, I said 7-2 was the road trip that they needed to have to really feel like the fans were going to flock back to Busch Stadium next week. Well, they're 8 games into this road trip. They've only lost 1 game, so it means they've gotten that secured. 7-2 is now the worst they can do. If they go 8-1, are fans showing up this week in ways that we haven't seen yet this year? I think it's a possibility. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and stay tuned to this channel as well as the B-Shape Daily Spotify feed for more Cardinals coverage all season long. Like I said, apologize for the quality. It's low. Anniversary weekend, had to jump on and talk about this defense. What a night to watch the Cardinals, and maybe ends up being a season to watch the Cardinals. Sound off in the comments below, and we'll talk to you next time on B-Shape Daily. Peace.